It's a thirsty Thursday. Well, it is for me, but anyway. As always, thank you for listening, headbangers and hooligans. It's yours truly, Scummalicious. And it is a Throwback Thursday. I know that's not very original. Some people will be like, oh, shit, we've never heard that before. But especially this morning, for whatever reason, was hanging up another picture in the apartment, or as my son would say, the pimp palace. I wish. No, I'm good. I got me a good woman. And it just, memories started hitting me about mom. And I just wish she was still here so I could enjoy her a little more. I'm selfish that way. But I recently, this was 3 or 4 days ago, I had a dream. It's the first time I had a dream with her in it. Well, she wasn't in it, but that's what the dream was about. Tony, my friend that I did a podcast about that passed away a few months ago, he was in it, which was crazy. And another guy, Steve, went to school with. Steve Gray's. There you go, Steve. Now you're important too. You're all over the internet. He's probably like, why the fuck why are you dreaming about me, you sicko? But anyway, I was just looking for my mom in this dream, and Steve was like, you'll find her, keep going. And I was running around, couldn't find her. And then Tony appeared and tapped me on the shoulder and said, it'll be okay. I never found her. And it was weird because I woke up and I was like, holy shit, did that just happen? Because it felt real. And I don't know what dreams mean. They got all these psychologists that try to break them down. Your brain stores a lot of shit. And my brain is stored shit that other people would be like, wow. Why? Do you really think about shit like that? But yeah, I'll leave the dream thing to the experts. But it just got me to thinking. I obviously, I believe, this is just my opinion, that she's watching over me somewhere. Her and Grandma Loney. And I've always said this, the no filter, the shit that just flies out of my mouth, that came from Grandma. I used to remember being with her and she'd say something and I'd be like, oh, wow, did you really just say that? But what a woman, man, my mom was. Going back to Tony, it was funny because growing up, I was a Cowboys fan. He was a Steelers fan, and she, I think it was like 5 or 6, and my whole Christmas was Dallas Cowboys. She bought me a Dallas Cowboys coat, pajamas, shoes, hat, and I'm going to show my age here, and a lot of the younger people, they won't even know what I'm talking about. Before there were video games, they had this electric game. You plug it in, and you get little football players, and they vibrate on this field. Turn it on, it goes, and it would take you 20 minutes to set it up. Line the players all up and run a play. And they would never go straight. All the players would run in different directions. But what was the 2 teams she got? She got me the Cowboys and, of course, the Steelers for Tony. Because she was that nice of a person. Always putting other people ahead of herself. And I also remember, too, as a single mother, right? And I'm not going to use this time to pile up on somebody, but I wasn't close to my dad. But I would write down cassettes that I wanted for Christmas. I can remember them. Armored Saint, Dio, Iron Maiden, Judas Priest, Twisted Sister. And I'm not kidding you. Every year, go to the stocking. That's what I would have, whatever cassettes I wanted. And does that make me kind of spoiled? Yeah, it did, as an only child. And how fucking awesome is that? And I'm just picturing that, right? Mom going somewhere, going into the mall, Southridge Mall, which is no longer, which makes me sad too, but yeah, I would like the new Dio Sacred Heart and Iron Maiden Power Slave. Just always there for me, and probably too much, not gonna lie. And all of the stupid decisions I've made are on me, not her. I wish I was smart like she was. Just not. I just remember how good she was to me. And I don't think I ever got to tell her that, which sucks, but it's just little things, you know. King Kong. Was obsessed with King Kong. About the same time I started liking the Cowboys. And I had all the glasses and the shirts. I don't know where that came from, that fascination. But I still like it today. And I've said this before, it's bullshit. What happened to him? He didn't ask to come over here. They took him and brought him over here and then fucking killed him. Anyway, took me that movie. I bawled at the end of the movie because he got killed, and she felt so bad, and she was hugging me, and I'm sorry, son. And it's like, and she was trying to do something nice for me. But I never held that against her. It's Hollywood. And then I think she took... I'm trying to remember the next movie. I can't remember at the time, but that I really wanted to go see. She took me to that. And I know people would say, well, parents do that all the time. But she always did that. She always tried to go out of her way to make me happy. But I was happy. She was good to me. And the funniest thing was, well, it wasn't really funny to her. My last year of high school, probably a little rough on her. Is he going to graduate? Which I did. And then, what are you going to do? And I, of course, had no idea what the fuck I was going to do. And then I seen the commercial, MTV Headbangers Ball. Do you want to be in the music business? Do you want to be a recording engineer? Do you want to be a band manager? Well, come to the Art Institutes. And I, for whatever reason, Art Institute of Atlanta. Well, that sounds like a great fucking idea. Why not? Why not go completely out of state, never visited the school, don't know anybody in Atlanta? Perfect. And I tell her, well, if that's what makes you happy. And she's like, makes me nervous for you going to another state, but I want you to be happy. And bought me the plane ticket. And she told me later, she's like, I bawled the whole ride home, just watching you get on that plane. And then, of course, the rest is history, which will be in the book. See, I don't want to give away everything because I want people to buy the book if I ever get it finished. Anyway, just couldn't have had a better mom. And even with all of her health issues, diagnosed with lupus at 17, and then breaking her neck, having a stroke, it never got her down. She was always smiling. Even though you knew deep down she felt like shit. My aunt was talking about that the other day. How she, because my aunt helped her with a lot of stuff, especially there towards the end. Getting dressed and helping her fix her food and everything. She'd always tell my aunt, thank you. And my aunt would always say, you don't have to tell me thank you. It's okay for me to do that for you. Which, once her health declined, it was rough on her, because one thing she couldn't do that she loved to do was clean. She was a clean freak. OCD big time. Like the fridge, the refrigerator, and the microwave. When you would use it, like close the door in the microwave, who was right behind you? Mom with a rag to wipe off your fingerprints. I remember that. And I used to mess with her. Just a little bit. I'd put little fingerprints on the refrigerator, and she's like, ow, I seen you. And then, of course, wipe it off. I remember when we'd go visit Grandma at her apartment, she'd come in. My grandma would be talking, and there's Mom, like, looking at her carpet, picking up little fuzz balls. My grandma would be like, what are you doing? Just, that's how she was. But when she couldn't do a lot of that anymore, I know it was depressing for her. It sucked. I'm telling you, that's one thing she loved to do, and she liked to cook. And she was a good cook. But all the stupid shit I've done, and trust me, a lot of stupid shit. No one ever accused me of being smart. She always had my back. And I could pretty much tell her anything. I'd say almost anything. There's a few things she did know, which I would never want her to know, but I felt comfortable talking to her about stuff because she was my best friend for a long time. And I just miss her. And I knew it was coming. I knew that day was coming. And my aunt kept telling me about it. She's like, I hate saying it, I just don't know how longer she's got. Especially there towards the last couple of years. I don't even know how the woman got out of bed. Swollen feet, pain everywhere. Had to take 25 pills just to get functioning. But she'd do it. And she was a great grandma too. And her 2 grandkids would tell you the same thing. She loved to watch my son play guitar. She loved to color with my daughter. And I'm just telling you, and I'm sure anybody that's lost a parent knows what I'm talking about. But if you have one parent alive or both of them, I'm telling you, enjoy the time you have left with them. Because once they're gone, man, you just, it's kind of an emptiness. I used to be able to call her and like, hey, Mom. She'd be like, what are you doing? I'm like, well, I was thinking about coming down there and getting you in a headlock. I'd tell her that I'd body slam her, just joking around and shit. I miss that. I don't get to do that anymore. So, just a quick show. Thank you for letting me vent. I just wanted her to know that I loved her and I missed her. All right. I'll make tomorrow's show a little more entertaining. But till then, have a good one.